Hi, in this tutorial, we're going to be covering polynomials in several variables. In this tutorial, you'll learn how to evaluate polynomials in several variables, how to understand the vocabulary of polynomials in two variables, how to add and subtract polynomials in several variables, and how to multiply polynomials in several variables. So here's how to evaluate a polynomial in several variables. All you're going to do is substitute the given value for each variable and then perform the resulting computation using the order of operations. So let's do an example. Let's evaluate 2x cubed plus xy plus 7x minus 3 when x equals negative 2 and y equals 3. So all you're going to do is substitute x for negative 2 and y for 3 in the expression. So here we have 2x or negative 2 cubed plus x or negative 2 times y or 3 plus 7 times x or negative 2 minus 3. So now we're going to do our exponents. So we have 2 times negative 2 squared is 4 plus negative 2 times 3, just rewrite this, minus 3. Now we're going to do our multiplications. So 2 times 4 is 8 plus negative 2 times 3 is negative 6 plus 7 times 2, negative 2 is negative 14 minus 3. So now we can add. So negative 6 minus 3 is negative 9 plus negative 14 is negative 23 plus 8. So now we have 8 minus 23, which is 23 minus 8. Is negative 15. So polynomials in two variables have the form a, x to the n, y to the n. The constant a is the coefficient, so this is the coefficient, and the exponents n and m represent whole numbers. Now the degree of a monomial is the sum of the exponents on its variable. So it's the degree n plus the degree m. Now the degree of a polynomial is the highest degree of all the terms. So let's do an example. Determine the coefficients of each term, the degree of each term, and the degree of the polynomial. So the coefficients of each term are the first term, 7, 12, negative 17, and 6. Now the degree of each term is the addition of the degree. So here we have x squared and y to the 1, so here we have 3. Here we have x to the 4th and y cubed, so 4 plus 3 is 7. So this is 7. And then here we have x to the 5th, so that is 5. And here we have no degree, so that's 0. Now the degree of the polynomial is the highest degree of the whole entire polynomial. So here we have a degree of 7, and that's the highest degree in the polynomial. So that means the polynomial has a degree of 7. Now here's how to add, subtract, and multiply polynomials in several variables. All you're going to do is use the same rules for polynomials in one variable. So let's do an example. Let's subtract 5x squared y cubed minus xy plus 4y squared minus 8x squared y cubed minus 6xy minus 2y squared. So all we're going to do is combine the like terms. So we can rewrite this as x squared, 5x squared, y cubed minus xy plus 4y squared. Now we're going to distribute this negative sign. So instead of having positive 8x squared y cubed, we now have negative 8x squared y cubed. Instead of having negative 6xy, we now have positive 6xy. And instead of having negative 2y squared, we now have positive 2y squared. So now we can combine our like terms. 5x squared y cubed minus 8x squared y cubed plus minus xy plus 6xy plus 4y squared plus 2y squared. So that gives us 5 minus 3 is negative 3x squared y cubed plus negative xy plus 6xy is 5xy plus 4 plus 2 is 6y squared. So in this tutorial, you learn how to evaluate polynomials in several variables, how to understand the vocabulary of polynomials in 2 variables, how to add and subtract polynomials in several variables, and how to multiply polynomials in several variables. Now try and solve the problems in the Polynomials in Several Variables workbook. For more help, sign up for online tutoring. And in the next tutorial, we're going to cover dividing polynomials. Thank you.